Hey YouTube, I want to talk about the benefits of swing trading and why I've decided to swing trade and continue to make videos on swing trading. The biggest thing, and I pulled up a list here on Google, but some of these are benefits for me personally, and some I don't care as much. Like potential for higher returns. I mean, that's just either way, day trading or swing trading. You're going to be able to get higher returns depending on how good you are. Reduced time commitment, that's a huge one. I work full time. As you guys, if you saw in the first video, my goal is just to have a little more flexibility in my job. I'm not expecting to get rich quick or anything like that, but I think if I can make a little bit of money doing this, that'll give me more flexibility. And so but because I have that job, day trading takes me about 10 minutes a day, if that. Sometimes five if I'm just checking, like two. And then as far as doing some testing and tweaking and learning, I spend, 20, 30 minutes every few days on that outside of the, 2 to 10 minutes trading. But it's really, really what's the right word? Effective for me, I guess. Wider range of opportunities. I mean, yeah, I guess there kind of is. I do want to get back into Forex. I have done Forex trading before, so I'd like to do that. But for right now, I'm focusing on swing trading stocks. Reduce stress. I don't know. I don't know if that's necessarily as much, but capital management, this is a big one because you don't have the day trader rule. And again, I'm not really reading these descriptions under here, what Google says. I'm just kind of going off my notes and what I think. But um, the pattern day trader rules, if you're day trading, you can't take more than 3 or 4 trades a week if your account is under $25,000. And with swing trading, there isn't that requirement, obviously, because you're holding your trades overnight, which I should define that swing trading is holding your trades overnight instead of buying a stock or a Forex or whatever this minute and then 2 minutes later selling it. That's swing trading is you buy it and you hold overnight. And there's no limit on how many you can buy in at a time, right? If you have enough money or if the stock is cheap enough, you can buy 100 of them in a day and then sell them the next day, and there's no limit on that. Price action, maybe, maybe not. I don't know on this stuff. The reward to risk ratio, again, I don't know. Easier for beginners. I do think there's less like I think they call it whipsaw. And again, I'm fairly new or at least in the terminology of all of this. So, you're going to watch other YouTube videos and people are going to be using all this crazy terminology and all this proper stuff. But, I'm just doing this on the side and hoping to make it go. And then again, this kind of goes back to the time thing, but profitable part-time endeavor. That makes sense to me. And so those are the benefits really that I see in swing trading. And whether it's Forex or stocks like I'm going to be getting into, that's what I can do. And the other thing is I mentioned testing. It's important to do a lot of testing. And out of all the strategies that I've found, I've watched a ton of YouTube videos and made a lot of mistakes, but what I've found is the strategies of that include back testing to prove that your system or your trading strategy is a potential one to work is important. And so anytime I'm looking for YouTube people or Reddit or just random, ads on social media about traders, I always check and make sure they talk about back testing at some point to show that, this is, and I also make sure to see that they show some losses and they show some struggles too, because that's a big indicator. I am a marketer for my profession, and so I know the marketing game, and I know there's, 90, 95, 98% of people on social media, on YouTube, running ads that are just BSing. Like they're using marketing, unethically, in my opinion, and they're just lying to people. But there are a few out there that are marketing really, attractive offers and really attractive businesses, but they can back it up and then they show that there is risk and there is stuff involved. And, those guys I respect. And so I spent a ton of time looking through YouTube, and I did decide that my strategy based on everybody that I've seen and really started with this guy, the no nonsense Forex guy, really introduced me to system trading or algorithm trading using indicators because they're just cut and dry. It tells you this is when you set buy, this is when you sell. You can test them very easily in back testing because when the indicator says buy, you buy. And I use a system of indicators, not just one, but which I learned from this no nonsense Forex YouTube channel. And I just think it's really important that you can go back and back test. Now, the people that talk about price patterns and candlestick patterns and chart patterns and all that, like, there's nothing wrong with that, and trend lines and all that. Like, they are very successful, and there's a group of people that are successful. But it's really hard to decide, like, see if I can pull up an example here. I don't know if I can, but um, pull up this Robinhood stuff that I have going on. All right, so it's taking a little bit of load, but it's hard to decide like, okay, is this a consolidation or is that a consolidation? And obviously, over time, like for example, here, like that's consolidation, like right here. Some would say, okay, this is a consolidation. Here's the top, here's the bottom right here. Or this is consolidation. Here's the top, here's the bottom. But then what about this guy? Should that be included? Should it not? Like it's just very subjective where algorithm trading is like, okay, when it's below this line, you buy, or when it's above this line, you buy, or if it's below this line, you don't buy, or if it's above, you do buy. Like things like that. Make a lot more sense to me and they're easier to trade. And in thinkorswim, which is another thing that I use, which is where I'm transitioning to using that full time. But in that, it is, and that's the trading platform for Charles Schwab, I guess how you say it. Uh, in that, there's also ways to code, which brings me to where, after looking at a ton of YouTube channels, I found this guy, Trey Neal, I think his name is, but trading stocks. He says codify your trading. I've really fell for his Kool-Aid. And again, because he talks about losses, I went back to the beginning of his channel and he's showing his journey as a trader, and he was not good. He was not successful. And then over the course of a year or two, got better and better and better. And he shows that the goods and the bads through this channel. And now he's educating people on his experience, and he's teaching you just a lot like the no nonsense Forex channel that you can use very specific indicators to know when to buy and sell. And you're going to lose some. You're going to lose a lot. You might win a lot. You might not. But you can take these indicators and these systems and you can back test them and see how good they are. And if they have good results back testing, then you forward testing. And that leads me to what I'm doing now. I've just started forward testing his reversal strategy. It's one of these videos. I mean, he has a crap ton of videos. You can see he's been super consistent. He's got what 680 videos and he's had his channel for what 2 years, like maybe three. So that's almost a video a day for 3 years. So super consistent. Yes, he does market some products that he sells, but I believe that they're worth it because he just seems real to me and he doesn't seem scammy like a lot of the other marketing guys do based on my background in marketing. And what was I was gonna, oh yeah, so his reversal strategy, I back tested and he has a really cool tool that allows you to back test stuff super fast. And so I saw that it was potentially very successful in back testing. And then I started forward testing it. I put $1,000 in my Robinhood account. I have the indicators set up and I have everything set up in thinkorswim. So I kind of use both. And I've been doing it for about 3 months and I'm up like 14% in 3 months. Now, well, some of you guys listen to that, you're like, oh, that's not enough. That's whatever. Well, I'm not here to get rich quick. I'm here to get rich long. If it takes me 5 years to really start seeing significant results or money income, then that's fine. I'd rather do that than blow an account in, you know, 6 months. I just read an article on Forbes about a trader that invested $60,000 in day trading and lost it all in 6 months. And so it's like, that's not what I'm doing. I'm taking it slow, I'm taking it methodical, um, and trying to be successful over time. So if you are, and I was going to show you to finish this video up. So these are the trades I'm currently in right here. A bunch of them. See, I'm not making a ton, some are down, some are up a little bit, but I can go through this strategy more specifically later. You can go to trading stocks and find his reversal strategy and learn about it. I'm kind of tweaking it and trying some of my own stuff, but essentially you can get into what I'm doing to forward test. I have $1,000. I'm buying one share, and in some cases, I scale in if it's a lower cost and I have the budget to do it. I'll scale in up to 5 times, and then I'll sell when it hits my trigger. And again, up 14% in somewhere between 2 and 3 months I've been doing this, so pretty cool. If you want to watch my progress in this, go ahead and subscribe, follow me. If you are an indicator trader, comment below and let me know what indicators you use, what combination of indicators you use, and what systems you like. And I will see you in the next one. Oh, I'm gonna try and upload like my trades live. It's hard because I trade right before the market closes. And so I'm still at work and I have permission from my boss to go in and spend 5, 10 minutes trading. So I don't want to be recording videos, but I'm gonna see if I can do it after I get home, after hours trading, or maybe pre-market trading. But there's some stuff as far as like finding out if the spreads are worth it and stuff like that. So we'll get to that. But otherwise, go ahead and subscribe. I'll try to upload a video at least once a week, but hopefully a little more. And I'll watch for your comments to see what you guys are doing, what indicators you're using.